think that's everything. Now we get into adding and subtracting. All right. But those are the basics of matrices, not matrices, matrices. All right, to add and subtract. To add and subtract, matrices must have the same dimensions simply add or subtract the elements, right, the corresponding elements to create the new matrix. All right, let me show you. It's ridiculously simple, even though you think it's like hard. But take your time and you could do this, okay? Let me make it bigger. I want it to be bigger. Okay. All right, so we're adding B, the matrix B and the matrix D. So the first thing we have to ask ourselves is, do they have the same dimensions? Because to add and subtract, they have to have the same dimensions. B is a 3 by 2, right? 3 rows, 2 columns. And D is a 3 by 2. They both have 3 rows and 2 columns, so we can add them together. Do you see how they both have 6 numbers in them? And they both have 3 rows and 2 columns? 3 rows and 2 columns. They have to have the same dimensions. All right, and then all you do is add the corresponding numbers. So whatever's in space 1, 1 gets added to space 1, 1. All right, so I'm going to copy the whole thing just so you can visualize what I'm doing. All right, so we're adding B, which is negative 12, 9, negative 5, negative 1, 16, and 2. That's B. And we're adding D, which is negative 14, 0, 1, negative 5, 10, and 9. So we're literally going to create a new matrix that's exactly the same size, right? 3 by 2. And we're just going to do negative 12 plus negative 14. That would be negative 26. 9 plus 0. Negative 5 plus 1. Negative 1 plus negative 5. 16 plus 10. 2 plus 9. We took a 3 by 2 matrix, added a 3 by 2 matrix, and ended up with a 3 by 2 matrix. All we did was combine these. We took one, and we picked it up, and we set it on top of the other one and combined them. That's what addition is, combining two values. In this case, the two values were matrices. In the end, we ended up with one combined matrix. All right, let's do another one. This one is B minus A, so we got to be a little more careful. Okay. All right, so we're going to do B. We got to make sure to line them up in the correct order and watch our signs because of the negative sign. Right? When it comes to addition, the order doesn't matter so much. You could do this one first or that one first, but but because it's subtraction, order matters. So B, which is negative 12, 9, negative 5, negative 1, 16, and 2, subtracted by, right? Subtracted by A, which is 7, 19, 4, negative 6, negative 1, negative 2. Now, be careful, because there's negatives here, there's negatives here, there's negatives here. You have to visualize the whole thing, right? So we're going to do negative 12 minus 7, right? Negative 12 minus 7 is going to be negative 19. And then we're going to do 9 minus 19. 9 minus 19 is going to give you negative 10. All right, and remember, we're creating another matrix just like it. 3 rows, 2 columns. So 12 and then 7 is going to give you negative 19. And then 9 minus 19 is going to give you negative 10. And then we have negative 5 minus 4. Negative 5 minus 4. This is why we had to do all those. Yeah, anyway, negative 9. So this is negative 9. And then we have negative 1 minus a negative 6. Be careful with your double negatives. Negative 1 minus a negative 6. So it's going to be negative 1 plus 6, which is going to be 5. This is why I said to be careful with your negatives. 16 minus a negative 1. 16 minus a negative 1 is going to be 16 plus 1. It's going to be 17. And then 2 minus a negative 2. 2 minus a negative 2 is 2 plus 2, which is 4. All right, this one was a lot simpler to do in our heads. Negative 12 plus negative 14. You could have written it out like I did with this one, but you don't have to. This one seemed a little more work because of the negative sign. We had to be a little more careful. So I didn't want to do it in my head. I wanted to be able to see the negative.